Imagine for a moment an alternate world where the phrase "money doesn't grow on trees" is not a reality, but a misplaced notion. A world where verdant trees are adorned not just with green leaves, but with vivid green dollar bills fluttering in the breeze. Imagine if wealth was as accessible as reaching up into the canopy of a tree, plucking your needs, and walking away. Let's consider what this world might look like, how the norms of our economy might alter if scarcity of money is no longer a factor. Cost and price would likely find new definitions. For what value would a dollar hold if it grew on trees, readily available for everyone? The value attached to goods and services, which were previously dictated by market dynamics, would dramatically change. Your morning cup of coffee might cost a leaf, whereas a new car might require a trunk full of bills. With money as abundant as the air we breathe, could poverty simply vanish? Would wealth hoarders exist in this new paradigm? Yet even in this seemingly utopian world, new inequalities may emerge. In a world brimming with money, what would become scarce? Imagine if it's not about the green bills anymore, but about control over non-renewable resources, the new symbols of wealth. If money loses its value, how does that alter our perception of success, hard work, or ambition? How does it change how we view our jobs, our leisure, our self-worth, or even our societal status? Now let's add an environmental twist. If people are harvesting money from trees, what would that mean for our green spaces, our forests? Economic prosperity could come at an ecological cost, with deforestation and over-harvesting of money trees leading to environmental destruction. The irony of our green bills causing the loss of our green cover could spell ecological disaster. Might public policies and regulations come into play to control the harvest of money trees, just as we see with other valuable natural resources today? Could our world witness the birth of a tree economy akin to oil economies, thereby redefining geopolitics? In light of this, let's shift focus towards consumer behavior in such a world. Would spending habits change? You might think that infinite wealth would mean infinite consumption, but what when products become scarce while money remains abundant? Can a sense of responsibility towards sustainable consumption emerge, since the barrier of can't afford it would not exist? Could this paradoxically lead to a less materialistic society, as infinite money but finite resources could spur a focus on life's non-materialistic aspects? Imagine community gardens of money trees, where individuals contribute to and responsibly use the shared wealth. This fantastical scenario pushes us to reconsider our current attitudes towards money, consumption, value, and wealth distribution. It emphasizes how our behavior is often driven not just by what we want, but also by what we believe is scarce. In this alternate reality, would we reconsider what we truly value? And could this in turn reshape our actions and society systems? While such a world remains a flight of fancy, it serves as a thought experiment about our own socioeconomic structures and priorities. Let's remember our reality, however. Money does not grow on trees, but nature, the real source of our prosperity, is rich in other invaluable resources. Nature gifts us clean air, water, fertile soil, resources that are truly priceless. Perhaps the most compelling question, then, isn't what if money grew on trees, but rather aren't we already billionaires, thanks to nature? As we ponder on this alternate reality, our real challenge remains. How do we protect our priceless natural world, our true wealth? The dichotomy between the fantasy of money trees and our present reality invites us to explore sustainable ways to manage the true riches Mother Nature confers upon us. Our natural resources are depleting. We're racing against time. Our world, after all, can only give what it has. With staggering innovations and pushing boundaries of impossibility, perhaps we can create a better world without the need for money trees. In this shared journey towards sustainability, each one of us holds the power to make a difference. We don't need money to grow on trees. Instead, we must understand the true value of the trees themselves, the air we breathe, the water they help purify. We are already billionaires boasting of an inheritance that is priceless, our Earth. However, we must remember that it's not enough to be merely inheritors, but we should strive to be wise stewards too. Surely a tree bearing crisp dollar bills is a fascinating idea. But isn't it more compelling to have trees that harbor life, provide resources, and maintain planetary health? Even though money doesn't grow on trees, our actions can make a difference. Small conscious steps today can ensure abundant natural wealth for all tomorrow. Remember, we don't need money growing on trees when we have wealth inside us. We can lift ourselves to new prosperity by protecting and preserving planet Earth.